AI drones from ex-Google CEO help Ukraine down Russian Shaheds. Date: July 26, 2025. Overview. Eric Schmidt, the former CEO of Google, has emerged as a pivotal figure in Ukraine's defense efforts against Russian drone assaults. His company SwiftBeat has developed advanced AI-powered interceptor drones, playing a crucial role in countering the threat posed by Russian Shahed drones. Reports indicate that these systems have achieved an impressive success rate, reportedly downing approximately 90% of the Shahed drones intercepted by Ukrainian forces. Key developments. 1. Formation of strategic partnership. In early July 2025, Schmidt signed a long-term strategic partnership with Ukraine, marking a significant collaboration between SwiftBeat and the Ukrainian military. This partnership has solidified Schmidt's influence within Ukraine's military and political circles. Shortly thereafter, he met with President Volodymyr Zelensky and Defense Minister Rustem Umerov to discuss the implementation of these advanced drone technologies. 2. Technological innovations. The interceptor drones provided by SwiftBeat are equipped with cutting-edge AI targeting technology and a secure communication system that remains operational against Russian electronic warfare tactics. Reports indicate that these drones excel in nighttime operations, effectively identifying and neutralizing various types of Russian drones, including the one-way attack Shahed models. 3. Strategic military importance. Schmidt's vision for the future of warfare emphasizes the transformative potential of AI and drone technology. He posits that upcoming conflicts will be dictated by autonomy and algorithmic power rather than sheer numbers of traditional military assets. This perspective aligns with the ongoing evolution of military strategies, particularly in the context of Ukraine's current challenges. 4. Skepticism and concerns. Despite the praise for Schmidt's contributions, there are underlying concerns regarding his motivations. Critics within Ukraine's defense community suggest that SwiftBeat may be using the ongoing conflict as a testing ground for its technologies, potentially overshadowing local defense developers. Some insiders have expressed apprehension that Schmidt's involvement could lead to future commercial exploitation of the technology developed during the war. 5. Future production plans. SwiftBeat aims to significantly ramp up production with plans to deliver hundreds of thousands of drones to Ukraine by 2026. This ambitious strategy is driven by the increasing number of Russian drones being deployed in the conflict, as reports indicate that Russia's production of Shahed drones is outpacing that of conventional missile systems. Convergence and divergence of perspectives. While there is a consensus on the effectiveness of Schmidt's drones in the ongoing conflict, perspectives on his intentions diverge. Some sources present a favorable view of his contributions to Ukraine's defense, while others raise ethical concerns regarding the commercialization of military technology and the implications for local businesses. The dual nature of this partnership underscores the complexities of modern warfare, where technological innovation must balance military necessity with ethical considerations. Conclusion. Eric Schmidt's SwiftBeat has emerged as a crucial player in Ukraine's defense strategy against Russian drone attacks. The AI-powered interceptor drones developed by the company provide a critical edge in the ongoing conflict, highlighting the transformative potential of technology in modern warfare. However, as the partnership unfolds, it raises important questions about the future of defense technology, the dynamics of international military assistance, and the ethics of commercial involvement in wartime innovations. The success of these drones not only reinforces Ukraine's resilience but also marks a significant evolution in the landscape of military technology. Sources. 1. Kiev Post, AI drones from ex-Google CEO help Ukraine down Russian Shahed. www.kaipost.com/post/57014. 2. TVP World, AI-driven interceptor drones produced by ex-Google CEO make mark on Ukrainian battlefields. /tworld/tworld.com/88016136/ AI-driven interceptor drones produced by ex-Google CEO make mark on Ukrainian battlefield. 3. Aerospace Global News. Eric Schmidt's Swift Beat drones revolutionize Ukraine's defense. /aerospaceglobalnews.com/news/Eric Schmidt Swift Beat drones Ukraine/. The content reveals several counterintuitive aspects regarding Eric Schmidt's involvement with Ukraine's defense against Russian drone warfare, particularly focusing on the AI-powered interceptor drones developed by his company. Swift Beat. Here are some of the key counterintuitive points. 1. Profit versus humanitarian assistance. While Schmidt claims he is not profiting from his assistance to Ukraine, critics suggest that his primary motive is to utilize the conflict as a testing ground for Swift Beat's technology. This raises questions about the ethics of profiting from warfare, especially when the narrative is framed around humanitarian support. It is counterintuitive that a figure known for his technological acumen is perceived as potentially exploiting a war for commercial gain. 2. Local defense industry concerns. Despite Schmidt's drones reportedly being effective in combating Russian Shahed drones, there is skepticism within Ukraine's defense community that his involvement could overshadow and potentially harm local developers. This is counterintuitive because one might assume that collaboration with an internationally recognized tech leader would boost local capabilities in industries, but instead, it raises fears of monopolization and dependency on foreign technology. 3. Technological dependence versus autonomy. Schmidt emphasizes that future wars will be determined by technology and autonomous systems rather than sheer numbers of traditional military assets. This perspective may seem logical given the technological advancements in warfare, yet it contrasts with the traditional military doctrine that values manpower and conventional weaponry. The reliance on drones and AI could lead to a form of vulnerability if such technology is compromised or fails in critical situations. 4. The role of AI in warfare. Schmidt's assertion that AI and drones will shape the future of warfare might seem progressive. Yet it also highlights a significant shift away from human decision-making in combat scenarios. This is counterintuitive in a context where the unpredictability of human behavior has historically played a crucial role in military outcomes. The delegation of critical combat decisions to AI raises ethical and strategic dilemmas, particularly regarding accountability and the potential for unintended consequences. 5. The scale of drone warfare. The reports suggest that while Ukraine is ramping up its drone capabilities, the sheer production rate of Russian Shahed drones far exceeds that of conventional missile systems. This creates a paradox where Ukraine's reliance on advanced technology could be rendered ineffective by the sheer volume of enemy drones. The implication is that advanced systems may not always be able to counter mass production, challenging the notion that technology alone can determine the outcome of warfare. 6. Public perception versus military reality. There is a divergence in how various stakeholders perceive Schmidt's role and intentions. While some see him as a benevolent figure aiding Ukraine, others view him with skepticism, suspecting ulterior motives related to corporate interests. This dual perception is counterintuitive in a context where one would expect a consensus on the necessity of tech-driven defense solutions. The reality of war often complicates narratives of altruism and corporate responsibility. 7. Ethics of warfare technology testing. The idea that war can serve as a testing ground for military technology is a contentious one. It raises ethical questions about the implications of using real lives in conflicts to refine products for future sales. This perspective clashes with the humanitarian narratives often associated with defense assistance, suggesting that the commercialization of military technology could overshadow the moral obligations to those affected by the conflict. In summary, the involvement of Eric Schmidt in Swift Beat in Ukraine's defense efforts encapsulates complex and contradictory themes regarding technological advancement, ethical considerations, and the evolving nature of warfare. The interplay between innovation and the harsh realities of conflict presents a challenging landscape that complicates traditional views on military support and the role of technology in modern warfare. The report on Eric Schmidt's involvement in Ukraine's defense through his company SwiftBeat and the deployment of AI-powered interceptor drones raises significant points that are crucial yet often overlooked. Here are the important aspects that deserve more attention and their implications. 1. AI and autonomous warfare transformation. While the report emphasizes the current success of the AI drones in intercepting Russian Shahed drones, it also hints at a broader shift in warfare dynamics. Schmidt's assertion that the outcome of future wars will be decided not by the number of soldiers, tanks, or fighter jets but by the autonomy of systems and the power of algorithms is significant. This perspective suggests a move towards a new paradigm in military strategy where technological superiority, particularly in AI and machine learning, could overshadow traditional military assets. Significance. This could imply that nations that invest heavily in AI and autonomous systems may gain a strategic advantage in future conflicts, potentially altering global power balances. It also raises ethical and security concerns about the proliferation of autonomous weapon systems and their potential for misuse. 2. Long-term strategic partnerships. The formation of a long-term strategic partnership between SwiftBeat and Ukraine highlights the evolving nature of international military alliances. Schmidt's deepening ties with Ukrainian officials signify a shift where private tech enterprises are becoming integral to national defense strategies, especially in conflict zones. Significance. This could set a precedent for future conflicts where private companies play pivotal roles in national security, blurring the lines between commercial interests and military objectives. It raises questions about accountability, governance, and the implications of having tech billionaires influence military capabilities and strategies. 3. Industry skepticism and ethical concerns. The report mentions skepticism within the Ukrainian defense community regarding Schmidt's motivations. Critics suggest that SwiftBeat could be using the conflict as a testing ground for its technologies, aiming to commercialize them post-conflict. This raises ethical concerns about the commercialization of warfare and the implications for local defense industries. Significance. The potential overshadowing of local developers by a foreign tech giant could stifle domestic innovation and lead to a dependency on foreign technology in national defense. Additionally, the ethical implications of testing weaponry in a live conflict zone warrant scrutiny, particularly regarding civilian safety and the long-term impacts on local communities. 4. Scalability and cost-effectiveness of drone warfare. The report emphasizes the need for scalable and cost-effective solutions to counter drone threats, particularly given the high production rates of Russian Shahed drones. Schmidt's interceptor drones, designed to be inexpensive compared to traditional missile systems, represent a strategic shift toward more sustainable military solutions. Significance. This approach could revolutionize defense spending and strategies globally, pushing nations toward adopting cheaper, more efficient technology to counter asymmetric warfare tactics. As countries face budget constraints, the shift to affordable drone technology could democratize military capabilities, enabling smaller nations to defend themselves effectively. 5. Implications for future defense technology. The report suggests that SwiftBeat plans to produce hundreds of thousands of drones for Ukraine, indicating a long-term commitment to integrating advanced technologies in military operations. The success of these drones in current combat scenarios could lead to rapid advancements in defense technologies, influencing global military procurement trends. Significance. The anticipated mass production of AI-driven drones could accelerate the arms race in drone technology and lead to more nations investing in similar capabilities. This could also foster an environment where technological innovation in defense becomes a priority, potentially at the expense of diplomatic solutions to conflicts. 6. Geopolitical implications of tech influence. Schmidt's role and influence in Ukraine's defense strategy combined with his background in a leading tech company underscore a growing trend where technology leaders are shaping geopolitical landscapes. This can lead to new forms of soft power where technological innovation becomes a tool for asserting influence over nations. Significance: if tech entrepreneurs and companies begin to play significant roles in national defense, it could lead to new alliances and rivalries based not only on military capabilities but also on technological prowess. This shift may redefine international relations in the 21st century, prioritizing tech capabilities over traditional military strength. Conclusion: the developments surrounding Eric Schmidt's engagement in Ukraine's defense through AI-powered drones highlight critical shifts in military strategy, ethical concerns, and the increasing importance of technology in warfare. As these dynamics unfold, they will have profound implications for both current conflicts and the future of global military engagements. Attention to these nuances is vital as they will shape not only the battlefield but also international relations and defense policies in the years to come. 1. Technological advancements and operational success. The introduction of AI-powered interceptor drones by Eric Schmidt's company Swift marks a significant milestone in modern warfare. These drones have reportedly achieved a 90% success rate in downing Russian Shahed drones, showcasing their effectiveness. The advanced AI targeting technology and resilient communication systems enable these drones to operate efficiently even in the face of Russian electronic warfare tactics. This development signifies a shift towards more autonomous and technology-driven military operations, highlighting the importance of innovation in contemporary warfare. 2. Strategic partnership with Ukraine. The long-term strategic partnership formed between Swift and Ukraine illustrates the evolving dynamics of military alliances in the context of technological warfare. Schmidt's close ties with Ukrainian leadership, including meetings with President Volodymyr Zelensky and Defense Minister Rustem Umerov, position him as a key player in Ukraine's defense strategy. This partnership not only enhances Ukraine's counter-drone capabilities but also reflects a broader trend of private sector involvement in national defense, raising questions about the role of private entities in military conflicts. 3. Industry skepticism and ethical concerns. Despite the operational success of Swift's drones, skepticism exists within the Ukrainian defense community regarding Schmidt's motivations. Critics argue that the conflict may serve as a testing ground for Swift's technology, potentially prioritizing commercial interests over genuine support for Ukraine. Concerns arise that Schmidt's influence could overshadow local defense developers, threatening the growth of domestic industry. This dichotomy between technological advancement and ethical considerations presents a complex landscape where innovation must be balanced against the potential for exploitation. 4. Future of military technology and autonomous systems. Schmidt's vision for the future of warfare emphasizes the transition from traditional military assets to autonomous systems and AI-driven technology. His belief that future conflicts will be determined by the effectiveness of algorithms and autonomous operations rather than sheer numbers of personnel and equipment underscores a pivotal shift in military strategy. As Swift plans to expand production significantly in the coming years, the implications for military tactics, defense procurement, and international arms dynamics could be profound, potentially reshaping how nations approach warfare and defense in the age of technology. Here are 3 famous historical cases that illustrate the intersection of technology warfare and strategic partnerships. Similar to the situation involving Eric Schmidt's AI drones in Ukraine. 1. The Manhattan Project 1942–1946. The Manhattan Project was a secret U.S. government research project during World War II aimed at developing atomic bombs. Spearheaded by physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer, the project involved collaboration between various government entities, scientists, and military organizations. It saw the convergence of scientific innovation and military application, leading to the first successful atomic bomb tests in 1945. The project not only changed the course of the war by allowing the US to drop atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki but also ushered in the nuclear age, raising ethical questions about the use of such devastating technology in warfare. Similar to Schmidt's involvement in Ukraine, where advanced technology is being utilized to change the dynamics of modern warfare. The Manhattan Project exemplifies how technological advancements can reshape military strategies and outcomes. 2. The development of the V-2 rocket 1944. Developed by Nazi Germany during World War II, the V-2 rocket was the world's first long-range guided ballistic missile. Led by engineer Wernher von Braun, the V-2 project was a significant technological advancement in warfare, showcasing the potential of rocket technology. The Nazis utilized the V-2 rockets to target Allied cities, causing widespread destruction and fear. After the war, von Braun and many of his colleagues were brought to the United States under Operation Paperclip, where they contributed to the U.S. space program and missile technology. This historical instance mirrors the current narrative of technology being developed for military purposes and then repurposed for broader applications, much like Schmidt's Swift-Beat drones, which serve both immediate military needs and future commercial interests. 3. The use of drones in the War on Terror 2001-present. Following the September 11 attacks, the U.S. military began utilizing unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs or drones, extensively in its military operations in Afghanistan and later in Iraq, Syria, and other regions. Drones were employed for surveillance and targeted strikes, fundamentally altering the landscape of modern warfare. The strategic partnership with technology companies played a crucial role in developing drone technology, leading to advancements in AI targeting systems and battlefield efficacy. The ethical implications of drone warfare, including civilian casualties and the psychological impact on both operators and targets, have sparked significant debate. This situation parallels the current scenario in Ukraine, where AI drones are being deployed against adversarial forces, highlighting how technological advancements continue to influence military tactics and raise ethical questions in warfare. These historical cases illustrate how technological innovation has not only shaped military strategy but also raised important ethical considerations akin to the contemporary developments seen with AI drones in the Ukraine conflict. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine has catalyzed significant advancements in defense technology, particularly with the emergence of AI-driven drones. Eric Schmidt, the former CEO of Google, has played a pivotal role in this evolution through his company Swift-Beat, which has developed advanced interceptor drones to counter the increasing threat posed by Russian Shahed drones. As we look to the future, several key predictions can be made regarding the trajectory of drone warfare, the implications of Schmidt's involvement, and the broader impacts on military technology. 1. Increased integration of AI in warfare. The effectiveness of Swift-Beat's AI-powered interceptor drones, which reportedly achieve a 90% success rate in downing Shahed drones, underscores a broader trend: the increasing reliance on artificial intelligence in military operations. Future conflicts will likely see AI systems playing critical roles not only in surveillance and targeting but also in decision-making processes on the battlefield. This trend will necessitate a robust ethical framework to address the implications of autonomous weapons and their deployment. 2. Expansion of drone warfare. As seen in Ukraine, the proliferation of drones will continue to reshape military strategies globally. Countries will invest heavily in developing their own drone technologies, leading to an arms race in unmanned systems. The market for military drones is projected to grow significantly, with estimates suggesting it could reach $17 billion by 2028. Nations will increasingly focus on developing affordable swarm tactics, where large numbers of drones are deployed to overwhelm enemy defenses. 3. Commercialization of military technology. Critics of Schmidt's involvement in Ukraine raise concerns that the conflict serves as a testing ground for Swift-Beat's technologies, potentially prioritizing commercial interests over humanitarian ones. As military contractors seek to leverage real-world combat data, the commercialization of military technologies may lead to ethical dilemmas. Future military engagements may increasingly blur the lines between altruistic defense efforts and corporate profit motives. 4. Local versus global defense solutions. Schmidt's influence in Ukraine, while beneficial in the short term, raises questions about the future of local defense industries. As international players like Swift enter the fray, local companies may struggle to compete. This could hinder the development of indigenous defense capabilities in conflict zones, leading to dependency on foreign technology. Future defense strategies will need to balance the benefits of global partnerships with the necessity of fostering local innovation. 5. Evolution of military tactics. The success of AI-driven drones will likely lead to a paradigm shift in military tactics. Traditional warfare strategies, which heavily relied on ground troops and heavy artillery, will evolve to emphasize speed, agility, and technological superiority. Future military engagements may prioritize the use of drones for reconnaissance, precision strikes, and electronic warfare, fundamentally altering how conflicts are fought. 6. Cybersecurity and electronic warfare. As drone technology advances, so too will the tactics employed to counteract these systems. Countries will invest in cybersecurity and electronic warfare capabilities to disrupt enemy drone operations. The effectiveness of Swift communication systems, which reportedly withstand electronic warfare attempts, highlights the importance of developing resilient technologies that can operate in contested environments. 7. International response and regulation. The rise of drone warfare and AI applications in military contexts will prompt international discussions about regulation and oversight. As nations grapple with the ethical implications of autonomous weapons, potential frameworks might emerge to govern their use. Future treaties may address concerns about accountability in drone strikes and the risks posed by autonomous systems making life and death decisions without human intervention. 8. Geopolitical shifts. The involvement of influential tech leaders like Schmidt in military affairs could lead to shifts in geopolitical alliances. Nations that embrace advanced technologies may become more influential, while those lagging in innovation may find themselves at a strategic disadvantage. The competition for technological supremacy will shape international relations, with countries vying for access to cutting-edge military technologies. Conclusion. The future of warfare is poised for dramatic change, driven by advancements in AI and drone technology. Eric Schmidt's involvement in Ukraine through Swift exemplifies the intersection of technology and military strategy, highlighting both the potential benefits and ethical challenges of such partnerships. As the landscape of conflict continues to evolve, nations will need to navigate the complexities of technological integration, commercial interests, and ethical considerations to ensure that advancements in defense technology serve the greater good. The trajectory of drone warfare will not only redefine military tactics but also shape the future of international relations, necessitating careful deliberation on the implications of these emerging technologies.